do like a better design. And this is the first page where I have kind of the introduction with the logo. I incorporated some new text. I found kind of a nice, kind of more smooth cursive font, which I think fit the branding for the app a bit better. And then I did a lot of modifying with the user scenarios and drew up some new sketches. So this will be kind of the opening page of the app, this very simple logo with a little catchphrase. I'm debating between blending made fun and blending made easy, but I'll stick with blending made fun. And in this scenario, basically what the user is doing is simply browsing through using the Discover mode. When you first open the app, it defaults to the Discover category, which features like the most popular recipes on the app. And it's basically a scroll interface where you can select based on the picture and just discover new recipes. I should also mention there's other categories such as favorites, and then if we go back to the first page, the main categories on the first page are these kind of based on what the recipe is, so smoothies, soups, sauces, desserts, breads, and dressings. And this whole thing, I don't know if it's clear in the design, but this is kind of a scroll thing, so you can scroll right and continue to find more categories. Then when you click on a picture, it shows the kind of dominant photo of the thing you're making, along with ingredients and instructions, and then also kind of a save and share button. So that's the first scenario. Move on to the next one. I should also mention if you click save, a little heart icon will appear, and it's just like a 3-second animation. I was looking at some other apps, and that's pretty much the accepted way of doing it. Okay, user scenario 2 is using the filter feature. And on most pages of the app, there will be this little kind of search icon in the top right corner. And when you click on it, you're brought to the filter page where you can kind of narrow down the recipes based on different parameters. So there's keywords in which you can type in like ingredients, or if you know the name of the recipe offhand, price range, the yield, and prep time, all of which will have like 2 bars, so you can narrow down based on what you prefer. And then also kind of a great view of the different categories too. So this just gives the user another way of filtering through categories. And then of course the search button. And then after you do search, it's very similar to the previous page with just a grid format of results. And on both these pages, there's a back button if you ever want to go back to the home page. So that's that. And this is user scenario number 3. And this would be accessing recipes saved to your favorites. So if you've been using the app over time and you've saved a number of different recipes, then there's actually a few ways you can access your favorites. I just use this way to demonstrate kind of using the hamburger menu. So on the home page, there's a hamburger menu on the upper left corner. And then when you click it, it kind of slides over. I don't know if you guys have seen this in other apps, but you can basically view the menu and also you kind of stay on the current page of the app too. So if you ever want to go back to the current page, you can just tap on this right side right here. Okay, but the menu features a bunch of different options. In this case, the user will click favorites and then be presented with kind of the favorite recipes page, which you can filter further based on the category of what you're looking for. So in this case, the user is a smoothie fanatic, so he'll click smoothies, and it'll bring him up a list of all his favorite smoothies that he's saved over time. And then I'm still working on the interface design. I don't really have much different from last time. Thought I had one more page. Yeah, but this kind of demonstrates the first scenario where you open the app and then go into the home page. Photoshop kind of got messed up a little bit, so I'll have to modify this. But yeah, that's what I have so far.
Wow, looks good. Am I going to have a weird echo? Can you guys hear me? Okay. Oh my gosh, Delisa, you got a new hairdo. Looks so cute. I don't really have that many comments. Do you guys have much to say about it? Not really. Do you want to go back to the user scenarios for a second? One thing I noticed is that your branding disappears after that first. The middle screen, you've got blend time over at the top.
Oh yeah.
Does that need to stay anchored for all of those subsequent screens? I mean, I don't know. I don't really have an answer to that because I haven't looked at that enough in other apps to see if we need to keep that consistent branding across the top for every one of them.
Yeah. Well, this page is just the home page, which I thought naturally should be titled Runtime, but for the other pages, there's always kind of a specific title like the name of the recipe or like filter.
Right.
But maybe I can keep like the logo at least.
I don't know. I mean, I don't know. I don't know if you looked at other apps and you noticed that like, oh, the branding can go away. You know, we don't need a logo or a hamburger. The hamburger menu can disappear on these screens. I think it would be helpful to look at some examples to know what's the most user-friendly possibility.
Yeah. I've paid attention to the hamburger menu on other apps, and whenever you have like the back option, the hamburger menu
goes away. What about the logo?
The logo, I've looked at another app, and like I think it did have like the symbol, but not the text.
Okay. So maybe you need kind of a secondary consistent branding, I mean, across those lower level pages to kind of anchor them and make them all feel really cohesive.
Yeah. I thought another option would be just to change like the color of this bar to like maybe like the same orange, and then make the text white, and then that would keep the branding.
Yeah.
Actually, looked at another like similar app, and they don't have the logo, but they do have like this color.
Right, to kind of anchor it and make it feel unified and you remind yourself what environment that you're in.
Exactly.
Do you guys have any other comments? I mean, we've looked at this quite a bit and discussed the logo, and I think he does have more of a feeling of something blended up. That center dot, I mean, you could play with something that looked more like food, but otherwise, I think it works. I think it doesn't read like a fingerprint anymore to me.
Yeah.
Do you guys have any comments? Okay. Well, I think it's fine. Is this thing that you have up right now supposed to be a screen?
Me?
Or is this just kind of like the opening to your presentation?
Oh, this is kind of just the opening of the presentation.
And explaining what the icon is, because I was like, if that's a screen you're mocking up, it's not the right proportion. But this, I understand that you're just doing this to explain what your icon is. And
yeah, I was just basing it off of the example.
Oh, okay. Is that what she does? Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. Jamil, I have you next on the screen. You want me to jump over to you?
Yeah, let's do it. All right. Where's the button at?
Let me turn up my volume here.
Yeah, it's the same thing. I'm submitting this one today, so that.
Oh, okay.
I just results from my card sort. Then I had the reverse card sort and stuff like that. Right below it. I don't know what's here, but project for me. Same thing. Task 1, 2, and 3. And then I just finished the pose thingy or whatever, so I just need to knock out the wireframe real quick and submit it.
How did you find that your the research you did influence the architecture? Did your flowcharts change?
A little bit. After I did it, I needed to make some changes to what was it? Trying to figure out who the conductor of the orchestra was
Uh-huh.
because people kept going. It's under musicians, uh,
Okay.
conductors, but some people went to like staff and they thought it was under there, and there was a couple other spots that they went. So like, I needed to change that up and just change what the name of the tab was, and then there's a couple more like small changes, but for the most part, it was pretty good.
Okay. I mean,
Yeah.
it looks like you have a lot of the pieces together.
Yeah, yeah. I just got to bring in the reverse card sort or the proposal or whatever that I just typed out, and then do a little wireframe real quick, and I'm done.
Okay, remember with the wireframe, you might want to just base the wireframe off of what's there already and then
Uh
think
huh.
about what needs to change. And this is where you kind of want to think about maybe something about the conductor is always missing, or um, perhaps you perhaps you want to do like a little feature on the home page that says meet our conductor, or I don't know,
Uh
think about how you can use the home page to address some of the problems that you found throughout
huh.
your research.
Okay. Okay. Should I just use the existing the site map that I built at the very beginning, and then could I just reuse that and highlight the proposed changes?
Yeah, I mean, I would have two separate ones in your report,
Yeah.
but it might be
Yeah.
easiest to start with that and then edit it,
Yeah.
from there. Actually, that's not a bad idea, because then if you present the first one and the second one together,
Okay.
because the things that are going to stay the same will stay the same, it'll be easier to see what's changed.
Okay.
But one of the weaknesses that I've seen among some of these projects is that people kind of put the wireframe together at the end about what the homepage is going to look like, and they're like image, image, image. And
Uh
I
huh.
think, and what I'm looking for is a little bit more like, oh, people don't know who the conductor is. Maybe that's an opportunity on the homepage to say meet our conductor. Or people, one of the biggest problems with this site is that, they don't tell us what's going on. So designate part of that homepage to say upcoming events, and you know what I mean? So
Uh huh.
actually label these different content areas on the homepage to address some of the navigation problems that you discovered along the way.
Okay. Perfect.
Okay? How is Project 3 going for you?
It's going good. I've got a couple designs and stuff like that, but again, I just want to get this one submitted today. Final week's been crazy, so uh,
Okay.
working on the rest of the week.
Okay, well, if you want me to look at something before the actual due date, when do we say this has to be turned in? By Sunday night at midnight?
Mhm.
So over the weekend or something, if you want me to look at anything along the way, I'm happy to do that.
Perfect. Thank you.
I would even propose a critique on Saturday, but I can't do it because of graduation.
Oh yeah, it's fine. It's fine. I'll figure it out.
Okay, well, let me know if you want me to look at anything. Hey,
Okay. Thank
Lisa,
you.
you want to jump over to you?
Okay.
Okay, you're making me want to go short. That hair is so cute.
Thanks. I couldn't do much because,
You were
it's,
almost done, weren't you?
yeah, like, and I put my Photoshop document on a different computer and I didn't save it to my flash drive, so I'm working off images. So, I darkened the screen a little bit,
Oh,
and
yeah.
so like at first it looked like that, and then I darkened it a little bit. Um, Then with this screen, I started making how the search screen will look when you click on this.
You
But,
can just show that if you want to. We're not seeing anything on your screen. I just see your face.
oh, okay. Oops.
So go ahead and share the screen, and you can pull up anything new that you've done.
There you go.
Yeah,
Okay. So this is the screen that I did right here. Um,
right.
and this is it without the darkness.
Yeah, I think that's better. What do you guys think?
Um, okay. So, and then this is the other thing I did. The search and filter screen. Um, yeah. But that's all I did really. I haven't had a chance to fix this logo to make it have color because I don't have access to the Photoshop document yet right now.
Okay.
But yeah, so all we need to do now is figure out which. Um, I'm going to try to use this scenario to, since I already have this screen and kind of have this green except it looks different and this one. Um, and then so if I use this, then all I have to do is draw this page right here. Then I'll be pretty much finished and finish this page.
Okay. Can you go back to that last screen that was like your search and filter one?
Yeah. I'm not finished with it yet, though. I still have other things. But how do you?
I would make everything a little bit bigger because it's going to be really very difficult to actually get to touch that particular box. Do you know what I mean? Like your finger is too big to touch those little boxes, and I understand that there may be more like do you see the categories will open and close, right? But I would
Yeah.
make everything larger underneath and I would align it to the left under categories. And then you're going to have other things that might open up, but you don't need to show that in your mock-up. You can just turn the arrow to the category, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh.
So I think you don't just show us the other things that you could open and make what you're showing us a lot bigger because it's not real clickable. And in your drawings, you showed kind of the on-off toggles. Like when you open your when you turn your iPhone on airplane mode, it's kind of like an on-off toggle in your drawings. And I think those are easier to use than check boxes, maybe.
Okay.
Or I mean, I don't know. I'm just pointing out the inconsistency. I think either one would be fine. But I would generally so like in your drawings here, you show genres and that's not open. And that's fine. In order to in your mock-ups, you don't need to show all of them open because you're not going to have enough room on your screen. You only really need to show one of them. And then I would give it make it a lot bigger.
Okay. Go. I mean, the last time I think you told me this this part was not really normal for an iPhone, so I just changed it. I can change it back.
Oh, I said that it wasn't really common on an iPhone?
Yeah. So I just made it.
Oh, I'm sorry. I don't remember saying that. What do you guys think? Do you think that you've been looking at this more than me? When you see filters and searching things on and off, hang on one second. I'm going to go look. Let me go look on the Zappos on my site on my phone because I know they have a lot of filtering and whatnot.
Okay.
Let's see.
I personally prefer the on-off toggles. They're
The
easy to
toggles?
use, yeah.
Okay. It shouldn't be a problem.
Okay. What would? I'm trying to think of what might be. All my apps need to be updated. But like on Kayak. I don't know, but I think the toggles would work. I think the biggest thing is just to make it big enough so that we can click on it.
Okay. Cool.
Mindy, are you ready? Does anybody else have anything for Jaleesa? Okay, let's jump over to Mindy. How you doing, Mindy? I can't hear you. A little bit. As long as it'll go, so. Okay.
So, this time I had the comic thing.
Right.
I did, let's see, a little design here for my little logo. with all the other ones. So I tried to match like gradient and whatever to try and make it look consistent with all the other ones, or different ones or whatever. And I feel like it was to show my thing. And I went in and I did the wireframes for each
Mm-hmm.
scenario. So like the person already had, because this is okay. This is the comic database. So you would go in there and for the specific scenario, this person has Batman comics and they want one that's not in their library.
Uh-huh.
There's a series of the 5 steps that it takes to get to something that you don't already have. Right on like the home screen where it has the banner, which I started mocking up over here.
Right.
Um, Go in, you hit the little search button.
Oh, great. Okay. That's great. That's helpful because we can see exactly where you're going. Okay.
You click the little search button, and then you have the search bar up here, or you can type suggested, so it's down so you can see the suggested ones, which is publisher, genre, character, and price range. If you go on character, you click character. These I didn't bother to do all the little tiny
Yeah.
logos within it, but they would be just like little symbols for every character. So like this one would be the bat symbol or whatever. Go down here and click A to Z. You can go flip through all the characters alphabetically. And once you pick your character, you go over to this one, which has popular, A to Z, price range, and year. Through all the popular ones or a different kind of thing, or you can filter these results what they would want to do, and so they'd be not in library. And then you would get page, which is something that's library, and I actually mocked up. If it is, it looks like that. Um, so yeah, that would be the way to walk through that one.
Can I ask you a question?
Yeah.
Well, first of all, I think this is really great. But I would in number 5, you're showing we filtered them even more. I would show less than 6 results at the bottom to indicate that you've taken some away.
Okay.
But and then it's not totally clear to me how once you select filter, how were you able to select not in library?
I kind of skipped that just because I feel like it would be kind of a redo of this one where it would just be like a whole bunch of other ones, but I can add in another step to like fully illustrate that.
Yeah, I think you need another step there, and I don't know if it's going to be. Yeah, I would put another step in there.
Okay.
Yeah. And I don't know how, okay, so, oh, you've already, okay, so you picked a particular character.
Mm-hmm.
I think you need some reiteration on that next screen. Oh, okay, I see there is Batman right there.
Yeah.
Hmm. Okay. Maybe in where you have, okay, you say the results, Batman. And then what does the popular one mean?
Um, well, like in most apps, when you click something, so like if you click this character and you don't know where to start, so it would give you suggestions. You know, these are the 6 popular ones right now, and then here's all of the options down below.
Right, okay.
Search that way, yeah.
Oh, okay, 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 okay. I got it. Okay, got it. Okay. Do you guys have any comments or questions or anything like that?
Just have one comment on the logo. If we go back to, yeah, since it's a comic app, I might suggest changing the font to something maybe a bit more fun and exciting rather than, I don't know, just seems kind of like a safe and formal font.
Because it blends in with all the other ones here.
Mindy, that was my only comment too.
Yeah, I mean, just like the title of it, that's the only reason it's like that, because it blends in with the other ones on the iPhone screen.
Dude, I can't hear her. I'm having trouble hearing you. Even if there was like a burst or something behind the CB or something to make it doesn't imply comics to me. It looks very corporate. And I think that your designs, the glimpses that we've seen of the interface design feel anything but corporate. It feels really fun and comic-y, you know? And you picked very safe colors too. Blue and white are very, yeah, like I love the one, the CB and the exclamation point. That feels very comic.
Do that one instead. I just like this one. It kind of looks like a mix of Captain America and Kick-Ass, the mask, but.
Well, maybe if you made your C and your B a little bit more goofy, you know, or a little bit more like powerful or something that felt a little bit more comic-y. The open book to me looks like a very corporate sort of, I don't know, corporate icon. Sorry, Mindy, it's hard to hear you. If you want to type something.
I just shared a little clip art thing in the chat too. The classic Batman pal.
Did you mean that's from book? Ah. I think the strongest was the second design, but maybe other people have different ideas. What do you all think?
I like the third one.
The third one?
Yeah, it's pretty. I mean, it's nice. It's exciting.
I mean, you could even integrate an open book behind that CD in the POW kind of first, and then communicate the comic book aspect of it. Okay. I want to double check the class about the deadlines to make sure that you guys know when everything is due. Let's see.
It says the project's due May 6th.
May 6th, which is tomorrow. Let me look at, let's see, this class, assignments.
It says it's available through the time.
Okay, so due May 9th. I'm just going to make it Sunday night at midnight just to be consistent on it. And then all of the other work, so Sunday night would be the 8th at midnight done. Okay, does that give you a little bit more time to get things finished up? And then all of these other things, I think I made, everything is due Sunday night at midnight. The visual scavenger hunts, if you want to contribute to any of the discussions, anything will be Sunday night at midnight. And I'll just start grading over the weekend things that come in. So if you submit something, then just know that that's done. I'm already grading on it. If you want me to look at anything, then send me an email or a text or something like that. Don't submit it, because once you submit it, I'll think that it's totally done, and I'll start grading it. Okay? All right, well, good luck. I think most of you are in pretty good shape, but let me know if you need anything in the next couple of days, okay?
Alrighty.
I have a question. Do
Sure.
we have to wireframe each page, or just, or?
I'm pretty sure the instructions just say take either 3 screens or 1 user scenario. Let me just double check that. It says, you mean the final interface design?
No, the wireframes.
The wireframes that reflect 1 user scenario accomplishing a task within your application. So you take your sketches and then you pick one of them. I would pick the most interesting one and formalize that.
And, okay.
and then the final designs that reflect one user scenario accomplishing a task within your application. I think it would make most sense if you went from wireframe to final interface design using the same user scenario.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, guys. Well, good luck.
Is there pictures of the final projects for Project 3 on the turn in for the assignment page on it? Just to.
Yes.
Oh,
There's a sample, actually Alex Hill sample, who I think you looked at a lot for your project too.
yeah.
She did a good job with her her final project as well. But I think all of you guys are, maybe it's because it's the second time we've done this project, but I think all of your projects are looking as good, if not better, than what people turned in last year.
Okay.
So I think these will be really nice portfolio pieces. Everything that you've done this semester, I think, will be really good portfolio pieces. They've all turned out really nicely. And if you want even more feedback before you put it into a portfolio, I'm happy to do that as well, to give you any advice.
Okay.
Any news on internships or anything like that? No, nothing yet? You've probably been very busy with school. Okay, guys, I will see you later. Let me know if you need me, okay?
All right.
Bye.